So what was the other question?
You want to go to the next question?
Yeah.
Well, I had this question, I think you answered it. In the awakening, who awakens?
Yes, but that's the main question, of course, because I have met lots of people. I don't regret it, but I don't approve it. I think that playing golf or walking with a dog along a road is not much better, but just the same quality. I mean, it has no importance. Anyway, everything points to that thing, you see. When I'm speaking of that thing, well, in a way, in me it points to that thing. But when I'm combing my hair, or what I have the rest of my hair, well, I'm doing something which is, which points to that thing in the same thing. Anything we feel, each time we feel something, we think something, we make a discovery. Every time we live something, well, it points immediately in that direction, which is absolutely unknown by most of people, which is very queer because it's them. A point on which you could insist that, let's take a man or a woman, a human being, which has really a mind, and use it. Because if you don't use your mind, the mind is going to pourrir, ça se dit to rot? Rot. It's going to rot. So you absolutely, there's an old préjugé, you should not think, you should not, mind is awful. But the less you use your mind, the less you use your mind consciously and with will, the poorest it will become. You see, it will be in a very frightful state. So I think but the same thing is true within the same thing which is true for intelligence and the mind is true for sensibility. If you never feel anything, you'll get nowhere. If you don't use your intelligence, which is a gift, a fantastic gift, well, you'll never get anywhere. So after that, well, I mean, it means that the dream, it's a dream, that no ordinary inner life, which goes in time, well, is a dream. But to be able to awake from that dream, the dream should have some consistency. It should, so you must use it. Because you can, if the dream is not there, you can have no chance of awaking from that dream.
So what is this? What is intelligence, and what does it mean to do?
Well, it's very subtle, because intelligence is, in my opinion, you see, we mix everything. We mix intelligence, that fantastic gift, where to understand something is a shock. It's that shock, each time we understand really something, not superficially, we understand something, even on the pure intellectual level, where it's a shock, it's a commotion. And that commotion reminds me of the ultimate commotion I lived, and I'm still living, of that pure consciousness. So what is the hallucination? Because of course there's an hallucination, and the whole, comment dire, champ de conscience en anglais?
Field of consciousness.
The whole field of conscience is poisoned and is destroyed, and it's destroyed not by intelligence, but by deterioration of that fundamental function. See, so it's not when we think that we make the error. Well, we could say it's a dream, and you must wake up from that. But it's a very light dream, and it's there to. En fait, it's my, comment on dit un berceau en anglais?
Cradle.
Cradle, where I will be born. You see, it's but it's the way we use our intelligence which is in cause, and which makes the hallucination. And it's very difficult in a few seconds or a few minutes to be very complete about the nature of the hallucination and how intelligence is rots. Or you say rot? Yes, rots. Well, it's difficult. But let's say when you awake, in the sense I put into the word, when you awake, you discover something incredible, that all you called before the realities, the truth, and it's very impressive, very impressive. We are circled by the truth and realities. Inside ourselves, we are circled also. And all that immense field is an hallucination. So there's some, of course, truth, it's an ambivalent word. I mean, it contains the best and the worst. But let's say it roughly, the facts, a very important thing for normal human being, normal human mind, very important, very impressive facts. I'm going to die. There are an incredible number of people on Earth, and they are going to die too, and they will suffer before. And they live on some kind of a sphere. You say sphere, a sphere, which is called Earth. The quantity. Well, these are facts, and I'm in a bad situation. Financially, I'm in a very bad situation, and affectively, I'm in a very bad situation. Everything goes wrong. Fact. This is a fact. And what do we do when we deal with a fact? We don't do that. Nothing, just a little fly, paf! We don't crush it at a little fly. We're impressed. Like we're impressed, like we would be with our father. He was very authoritarian. He had a big authority on me. So we are like that. We're on the defensive. But in fact, the difference when you wake up, all that disappears. You're not impressed anymore by truth or facts. You look at a fact, for whatever it is. I'm looking for God. I'm looking for the ultimate reality. Well, it's a fact. Well, I look at the fact and I see what it is really. Nothing. A thought. An image, perhaps. Mental image. A fact. A thought. Nothing. And there, of course, I had, before that, I didn't knew it. But I was 16, so I'm in very good shape. Not too many knowledges, and very happy, a very happy young man. But I thought I did not know that I had an enormous suitcase, which was breaking my shoulder. I think it was breaking my soul. And in that suitcase, what was there? What could I find in that suitcase? Knowledge. Knowledges. An incredible quantity of knowledges, facts, truth. And suddenly, poof, I put that enormous luggage on the ground. For it's not possible because that luggage was me. I thought it was me. So you can. So let's say we are on a kid gare. How is it?
On the quay, in the station, train station.
Platform. A platform.
Platform.
A platform of a railroad station. Well, you can. It's difficult to put yourself. The whole meaning of there's in the world myself, put it on the platform, and go on whistling happily. Very difficult, but in fact, what we should do, it's very possible, because we are not the suitcase, and what it contains, we have nothing to do with it. It's a nice thing. You don't have to spit on it or despise it, but in the normal state of consciousness, well, the suitcase and what it contains pretends to be you. So the Earth is a sphere. I'm born at that in 1931, yes, And I had a mother, her name was, her Christian name was Audrey, my father was called Francis. And after that I lived this and that, lived and that for 50 years. I woke up at, when I was 16. It never fade away. First, it cannot fade away. It's not a state, it's I. Well, the incredible quantities of facts, you see. And when you deal with facts, as I said, you're very impressed. It's very difficult not to be impressed. The authority is enormous. Remember when you were very young and your father told you something. Well, Alain is a very nice chap, an adorable chap, so he was not nasty with you. But let's say your father was a kind of a brute, very authoritarian. Well, a child cannot resist to the parental authority. It's impossible. Well, fact works like that. But it's an usurpation. They have no authority. You know what is a fact? Even the existence of the universe. There is such a thing as the universe, and it's very big. Even you could speak about cosmos. That's even bigger. Impressive, impressive. A thought, nothing more. Absolutely.
And with this, like this suitcase that you talked about, do you think someone can just decide to put it down, like you put it down, let's say? Can you just decide to put it down, or does it happen by itself, or does the person need to do some kind of preparation?
Well, it's but for me it happened out of sheer accident. Well, I considered for a very long time as a pure accident. I don't know why that thing that. I woke up. I have no idea about it. It has absolutely, and in fact, you see, I was working mentally. The circumstances can be described as very precise. But you could think that what I was doing, that research in my mind, which was full of passion and of amusement, not heavy, something very light. Even if it nearly killed me, it was very light. Well, you could think that it's the cause, and the thing which raised is the effect. It's not that. It just raised because it raised, because it raised. It merged because it merged. No. So if you have the intention to get there, which is here, which is difficult to, with the implication on the level of action is quite awful. I want to go there, but I want to. There is here. You're going to have trouble getting to that point.